Southern California at beautiful Santa Anita Racetrack. It's produced a lot of Kentucky Derby winners recently.
Steve, I'm going with Medina Spirit. I just think going with the Bob Baffert horse is a safe bet here, especially if he makes history.
An owner came up, he says, "What should I expect?" I said, "Expect for a beatdown, so because you never know. Derby's crazy. Expect to get beat, and otherwise you go in there, just have a good time, enjoy yourself, and if you win or run well, it's great. But just have that great time leading up to it. Enjoy yourself, and that's what I tell all my people. Just enjoy yourself, because when the gates come open, you don't know what's going to happen, and so especially with 20 horses in there."
Who are the other favorites going into the race?
Hot Rod Charlie. Hot Rod Charlie always proves how good he is every race.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. You just need a mint julep, and you are set.
That's about the Derby. You got to get the trip. The horse didn't get the trip, but when I, see him going down the backside, he was doing it easy. You could tell he was enjoying himself. His ears were forward, and turning for home, they came to him, and he dug in. I didn't know if he was still going to do it, but he just dug in and fought hard, and they came to him, and he just fended them all off. And I couldn't believe the 16th pole, like he was actually going to do it, and he was fighting. So it was just, a thrill. It was just to watch him do it and fight on. You know what? It was one of those, we couldn't believe it. That's the thing is when you come in there with a long shot and you're just hoping to, he's going to run well, but you just don't, the confidence level, he's doing well. Is he good enough? And, but, after talking to Johnny Velazquez, after the race, he said he showed me a gear that I didn't know that he had, and so, and you start going to mile and a quarter like that, they start, what he did, he ran, it wasn't like he was going real, wasn't slow. He still went 46 and change. But just the way he did it and the way he, kept on going, he was just pretty exciting. It was nice seeing Gamine win and, getting that record of, Wayne Lucas, who I've always thought he's the greatest ever, because he's just, what he did in the quarter horse. I've been chasing him forever in the quarter horse business and thoroughbred. And then my wife's horse won. Then it was like, wow, that's a huge accomplishment on the turf. And then for Medina to do what he did, it was just, man, it was just like, these days you just got to really appreciate them. And it was great, for Emmer Zidane, he was really, he was talking, well, we're going to, he was convinced he was going to win the Kentucky Derby with his horse, but he was just he's really a cool guy, and he was just, well, whatever happens, and for him to win, he couldn't believe it himself afterwards.
Were you trying to talk him down during the week at all?
Well, I just, going in, the expectation, I hate to come in here with huge, high expectations, because if you don't, if you get beat, like a lot of people in there, everybody was telling me, like people that, what do you, and so, and that little horse, he's not a little horse, he's, a good-sized horse, I keep calling him little, but he's got a huge heart, and he's, he showed up until they go Monaco, but I can't believe that, 15 months ago, all of a sudden, we were talking in the airport lounge in Dubai, and then here he is, wins the Kentucky Derby. Pretty incredible. This is the first Derby I've gone to. They were so close. They were all really, there was no really separation. I think Essential Quality was the one that had all those wins, and Champion, but they were all close. They were all ran close, and I think I came in here, I didn't want to be disappointed, and so I just came in here, well, if he gets a trip, and then he drew the 8, and I liked his post, so we were the inside speed, so we, if we had been outside, it would have been differently. You don't know, but it's one of those things where I sort of came in here this week and enjoyed myself. It was nice to be under the radar, and if, we thought, well, he's good enough maybe to hit the board or something, and so sort of like Cavalier, you know what I mean? I came in here like, well, we're going to have fun, but I've been doing this for so long now. I didn't want to come in here and start bragging about my horse. Everybody's, talking about their horse. I want to come in here, have a good time, and let the horse do the bragging, let him run the race. And so it was nice but it was really exciting because it was one of those, usually when we come in here with, like a heavy hitter or a favorite. So there's a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. So this wasn't pressure. It was fun. And I'm sure I can never come in under the radar for a while like this, like War Emblem was the same way, when you have a horse like that. So, but it was, the horse, he never ran a bad race, but it was discouraging that he'd gotten beat, but, he got beat by good horses. And so they were all, because if you look, it was hard to separate them all. They were so, I've never seen a field so their forms were just with and that's the way they finished. I mean, it was a really exciting derby, having all those 4 horses turning for home. They were right there, so I've never been involved in a derby like that. That's just what we work so hard for, and I got to, you can't do it without I got great owners, the clientele, everybody that works for me, and my assistants, and it was nice to have Jimmy there, and nobody fell down in the winner's circle, and so it was very enjoyable, it was good to do it in front of fans, it was a great day. People were enjoying themselves, you always wonder if the fans were going to come back because of they're gambling more than ever but it was fun to, maybe next year it'll be back to full derby for us.
Bob, just looking behind you is a testament to the fact that your 7 Derby wins have been for, I guess, really, 6.5 different sets of owners. You had a couple overlaps there, but what does it mean to do so for so many different owners and such a diverse group of owners?
You have to appreciate these moments because you never know when you're going to be back again with a good horse. When he hit the wire, we were pretty crazy wild, and we were just, it was, like I said, we come in here, and it's more of a relief when we do, we Justify and American Pharaoh. That year, American Pharaoh, I thought, man, if I can't, these 2 good horses, and they were coming, struggling to get the win, and then Justify, he's coming in, and did what he did, and it was like, it's exciting, but it's a relief. This guy was like complete, like, wow, like Abel Tasman when she won the Kentucky Oaks, the same thing, really, she was a long chop, was down the backside, speed was holding, it was wet, and she's last, thinking no chance, and then she comes and wins it. It was like, those are the ones you really appreciate, like Arrogate beating California Chrome, catching them, I didn't think I could beat, the ones you don't think, maybe I can't win, and then when you win them, those are, you really, really enjoy those. Unfortunately, my parents weren't around for the Triple Crown. I wish, that's the only thing I wish they could have been alive, and I won the Triple Crown in American Pharaoh because, they were with me all the time for those other races, and so now I get to enjoy it with my family, except my boys, they wanted to come. I said, boys, I don't know about this here, and they went to a big party in Del Mar, and somebody showed me a video of them when the horse won. They were going crazy. It's really a cool video that somebody got of them winning, and they were the only ones screaming at the Derby party there. They were in the bar there. The thing about Johnny, he's these older seasoned riders like him, they're they can figure things out right away. They know what to do. Like we talked for 2 nights at Jeff Ruby's trying to figure out strategy for the horse. These guys like Johnny V, they know every horse. They know how the way every rider thinks. Have the plan, and just hope that he has the horse. He had the horse all the way around there, and he felt real comfortable where he was. He was doing it easy. I loved him down the backside. He was just he was enjoying himself. He was just pricking his ears, and I think Medina just really said, "Hey boys, you better. I'm a lot better than he found another gear." Johnny says really was just what a difference from his last race. And so, but I don't think he's a horse that, you know, has to be out there zipping, but he's a horse that he's figured him out. I love it when it works out. You know, these horses make us look smart, but at the end of the day, he's a good horse. And my son Bodie told me the night before, he said, "Dad, I think we're going to win because you every time you run second in the San Diego Derby, you win the Derby." You know, so see, Bodie knew. And as a trainer, that's what we're just hoping that when they turn for home, we have a reason to root. You know, and that's the whole key. And we turned for home. I was still not convinced when they turned for home. All right, here they come. You know, and we didn't start screaming and yelling until they hit about the 16th hole, like when it looked like it was doable. You know, it was like trying to contain ourselves, and we all went nuts that last 100 yards. You know, it was just something. It felt like it was my first Derby ever. I mean, we were just going crazy. You know, it was like, and somebody did a video of it there. We were like just crazy, you know. But you know, that's what the Derby does to you. The Derby is just something that's just, there's no other race like it. And the 7 hasn't sunk it in yet, but it's just to be able to do it. And then we did it with a $35,000 horse. So, and it keeps people's dreams alive. You know, you can still go out there, and that's actually the cheapest yearling because he was $1,000. So, but he's a beautiful horse. He's a good-looking horse, and he worked really well to win it with him. And it's like a Cinderella story. You know, here's a horse that, you know, that just a blue-collar horse, but he's got a heart of a champion, and that's what I loved about that horse. Turned for home. He reminded me of Silver Charm. You know, just digging in and just would not let those horses pass him, you know, like Hot Rod Charlie. You know, he ran a big race, California horses, you know, and so it was just another Kentucky Derby dream that came true.